Hey, what's going on guys? This is Kedar here, and today in this video I'm going to tell you what it takes to get $3,000 social security benefit. Now actually it wasn't too long ago that the benefits was unattainable even for those people with high income earners. $3,000 per month guaranteed income stream, and even anything close to it probably going to be a substantial amount for your retirement income. But now mostly $3,000 a month in social security benefits are totally possible and within the reach of most of the people with the modest income. This is totally possible just because of a simple little fact. Okay, so we have got lots of details to cover right here in this video, and yes, $3,000 a month in social security means $36,000 a year in social security benefits. I know that sounds really crazy, but those benefit size was unattainable back in the old days for even with higher income earners. But mostly these benefits can be easily attained with the current conditions. And to understand this fact very easily, I have got a really good example for you. And with the example, you can get a pretty good idea what kind of an income limit that you need at your particular ages so that you can earn $3,000 in your social security benefits. Okay, so right before we start this video, make sure to check out our channel How To Guys for all the latest updates on social security benefits, raises to your benefits. We have got updates on PBT, state-wise stimulus update as well. So make sure to check out our channel How To Guys, and also subscribe to our channel with all the bell notification turn on so you will never miss new videos we upload every single day. And make sure to smash that like button for me, that really helps us. And with that being said, let's jump right into all the important details. Okay, so here's the thing. You want $3,000 a month from social security, and actually $3,000 a month equals to $36,000 a year in your social security benefits. Now honestly, if you have been doing retirement planning for a long time, I can tell you for sure $3,000 per month guaranteed income stream, and even anything close to it probably going to be a substantial amount for your retirement income. And honestly, to make such kind of a income on a guaranteed basis, you need to do some good kind of a decisions. Now let me tell you, actually these kind of a benefit size about $3,000 in social security benefits was totally unattainable just a few years ago. Many people thought that kind of a benefit size was totally unattainable even for those people with higher income. But actually this was mostly possible because of the inflationary increases. If you take a look at the current market inflation and the things going on currently, these kind of a social security benefits are totally possible and within the reach of most of the people with the modest income. So what does it take to make $3,000 per month from social security benefits? What kind of a decisions you need to make? What will be your strategy? And what are the big mistakes that you can avoid? You know, there is no second chance. After all, we are talking about $36,000 per year in social security benefits. So well, first of all, we need to acknowledge that this is a pretty big deal because the $36,000 per year from social security was once never thought as a possibility. So in fact, if you take a look at the maximum social security benefit for the people filing at the age 66, looks like only the highest income earners can get those kind of a benefit. But actually it wasn't until the year 2020 that benefit crossed the threshold for someone who was filing at the age 66. And now here you can see we are in the year 2023, and due to the inflationary increases, both the prices and the wages, $3,000 threshold for the monthly benefit is much more attainable these days. Okay, so to get this straightforward to the point and to understand this fact, let's lay out some foundation, some examples to start with to really understand what it really takes to get those maximum $3,000 per month benefits. And let me break down all the important details for you in simple terms. Now you know what, because the progressive nature of the social security formula, the social security formula is very interesting for these numbers. So to understand these things very easily, let's make couple of assumptions. So let's assume that you started working at the age 22 and you are going to turn age 62 and retire in the age 2023. Now why I took this example through this way, we'll be working with the most current updated social security formula, and the benefit numbers going to be very recent. And with this example, I will show you your primary insurance amount or the benefits that you can get at your full retirement age. Now here's the thing. Now let's say if you don't decide to retire at the age 62, let's say you decide to file early, then these numbers would certainly be reduced. But really, there are thousands of combinations for the retirement age and then all those benefits. But I think illustrating with this example is gonna be the most straightforward way, and just believe me, this will make a good sense just in a moment. Okay, so if you are familiar with social security payroll taxes, you know that there is a limit on the amount of earnings which are subjected to your taxes. Once you go over these limits, you don't actually pay social security proportion of the payroll tax, but you don't get the credit on your future benefits either. So basically, to get maximum benefits from social security, the amount of earnings which are subjected to tax is actually when you cross those threshold, and when you go over those limits, you don't pay the social security proportion of the payroll tax, but you don't get those credit on your future benefits either. So actually, getting the maximum social security benefits is really pretty easy. You just need the earnings that are at or above the maximum taxable threshold for the 35 years straight. That means when you started working at the age 22, which in our example would have been 1983, then your earnings were about $35,000 or higher, and by the time you turn age 62 in the year 2023, your earnings were about $160,000 or higher. So let me repeat this one more time. It's really pretty easy. You just need earnings which are at or above maximum taxable threshold for 35 years straight, which means you started working at the age 22. So in our example, that would have been year 1983 when you actually started earning, and that was about $35,000 or higher. And actually, by the time you turn age 62 in the year 2023, well, your earnings should be about $160,000 or so, or it could be higher. Now let's say if you have those kind of earnings and your job was covered by social security, then congratulations, you got your maximum social security benefits. But the truth is that most of the people don't have those kind of earnings. Usually people don't have the earnings which are at the maximum level. So on a first glance, it's easy to take a look at the high social security benefits and think of those benefits close to out of our reach for most of the people. But not so fast. Let me show you. Now in the social security formula, these formula is weighted towards the lower earning. Therefore, the lower earning matter more than the higher earnings. So therefore, effectively, the return on investment on the social security tax is better for the lower income people than it is for the higher income people. And while calculating your benefits, they take all your historical earnings and they adjust them for the inflation, and they take out the highest 35 years and they determine the average monthly amount of your earnings. And by that, they determine your average index monthly earning amounts. They usually call it AIME. Then they will run your personal AIME figure through the bin point formula, and the bin point formula in place, and that's the year when you turn 62. So for example, as per the bin point formula in the 2023 will look something like this. So for the first $1,115, you could get 90% of the credit to your benefits, and for the amount between $1,116 going all the way between $6,721, you could get 32% of the credit, and then the amount over $6,721, you could get 15% of the credit as a result of this formula. Now it's pretty clear that credits of the result of this formula is relative to the amount of the taxes someone pays into the system, and clearly a lower income person will receive higher benefits than someone who was a higher income earner. So for example, if you take a look at someone who made right at the maximum cap every year from the age 22 through the age 62, they would have paid about $21,600 in part of their payroll taxes in Social Security, and they have paid those payroll taxes if they are an employee. In the case if they are self-employed, then they would have paid twice. So therefore, the retirement age benefit would be $3,658. Now, if they are self-employed, then it would be twice for that same retirement age. Therefore, the retirement age benefit would be $3,658. But let's say if you have someone who have earned 80% of the maximum they would have paid and about $172,000 in part of their social security taxes. Therefore, the retirement age benefit would be $3,284 in that case. So they would have paid just a little over 20% less in taxes, but their benefits would be 10% lower than the maximum. Now again, this goes back to the social security formula and being more generous to lower income people than it is for the higher income people. So this really brings us back to the big important question that we have asked: what we need to do in order to get $3,000 a month from your social security benefits, and really how much earnings do you need to get those $3,000 on a monthly social security benefits? Well, for that you actually need to have average about 70% of the maximum taxable earning, which means that your earnings in the 1983 were about $22,000 and they increase every year. Finally, after increasing each year, your earnings should have ended up to about $100,000 at the age 62. So there it is. It's pretty simple. At the age 22, you should have started with about 22,000 in your earnings, and at the age 62, your maximum earning should have ended to about $100,000 at the age 62. And if you have these kind of a earning pattern starting from the age 22, if you earn $22,000 going all the way until age 62 where you earn about $100,000, then you can easily get $3,000 at your full retirement age in social security benefits. I hope you found this video helpful, so make sure to hit that like, subscribe to our channel How To Guys with all the bell notification turn on.